All right, ladies and gentlemen, Christopher Greene here, AMTV, hard-hitting and in your face, of course, the 1000X Island Project. And this is just insane to me. First, please tell me if you're hearing the audio, you've got good visual. I'm using a new camera and there's been a couple kinks today. And so I want to make sure all of you can hear me. If you could just give me a smile, give me a thumbs up, give me a like, say, hey, Christopher Greene, I've got good video and good audio that'll give me confidence to continue here. What is up, Deborah? How are you doing? Obviously, none of this is financial advice. I am not a financial or investment advisor. This is just my opinion and what I do with my own money. But I came to an epiphany today because I am always so early with technology. I was so early in social media. People called it a scam. They said it was going to zero. You could never make money. I was literally laughed out of the room when I started going full-time in social media in 2008 and 09. And then I built a cornucopia of about probably 10,000 unique videos, built a huge following online. The rest is history. And then of course with Bitcoin, the same thing. It's a scam, it's going to zero. We heard this recently, it's gonna go to 10K. The government isn't gonna allow it, yada, 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 yada. And so I came to this realization because I do dozens and dozens of consulting calls every single day, ladies and gentlemen. I talk with amazing people, all of you tuning in, especially at the club, islandprojectclub.com, where we do these 30-minute sit-downs via Zoom and also on my cell phone here, depending on where you are in the world. And I was talking to an individual yesterday, to remain nameless, and we're having this conversation, and I realized how so many of you are about to become millionaires, maybe multimillionaires, and you don't even know it yet. You are so unbelievably, this is insane, early to Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, and blockchain, and the general public doesn't even know it. They're stupefied once again. Just like the masses missed social media and e-commerce, missed Amazon, missed Google, missed Tesla, and now they're missing this blockchain tech. And so, I want to encourage you today because I've got this 1000X energy. I did that video on the beach earlier this morning, and I want to put it into perspective. So I'm having this conversation on the phone. He's like, Christopher, I want to get involved in Bitcoin and crypto. I want to learn about this stuff, but I really know nothing. And he said, I'm really waiting to see when people actually use this stuff. And I'm thinking to myself, he's like, yeah, when they can actually swipe a credit card and use crypto. And I'm thinking to myself, mind blown, steam coming out of my ears. I'm like, dude, we've been transacting in cryptocurrency and Bitcoin for years now. MasterCard and Visa accept Bitcoin. Have you ever heard of crypto.com? That was one of my first picks. Years ago, we made a ton of money. It was MCO, then CRO, and they have a full-on relationship with MasterCard, and now Coinbase has relationships with the credit card companies where you're literally transacting Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever it is that you're using, and soon to be all natively to buy everything. And this is what a lot of you don't know. Real estate is already being bought with Bitcoin. In fact, some of the largest transactions I'm seeing here in Hawaii are all crypto and blockchain related. In fact, I'm closing on a property within the next week, our first mega retreat for Island Project, which is a huge win for our investors and members, and freaking insane, dude. My mind is even just blown on it because we launched 6 months ago. We just got started and we launched everything. I knew that this would happen. That the bottom, that's always if we go back in history, so let's back up here for a minute. When was the best time to buy Bitcoin? The best time to buy Bitcoin was under 1,000 when everyone called it a scam. When was the second best time to buy Bitcoin? When Mt. Gox basically collapsed. That was an exchange in the early days. When was the second best time to buy Bitcoin? When Scam FTX SBF collapsed to zero. That was the second best time. And I told you this. Yeah, you're right, Alexander. Diamond nuts to the freaking moon, baby. I told you this in December at 15, 16K when the laser eyes came off. That's how you freaking knew, bro. And it's still early. So I just want to encourage you because a lot of you don't understand this, that we are already transacting in Bitcoin and crypto. In fact, I've bought several of my Jeeps for the Island Project members and a part of everything we're doing out here with cryptocurrency and blockchain. We are transacting in real estate with blockchain. In fact, the most expensive property on all of the Mauian island here that we've got going, guess who he is? A blockchain billionaire. All of them are. This is where the new money is. So like, it's insane to me that people don't realize you're literally missing the next freaking internet. So I'm excited for you tuning in. I'm excited for those of you 1000xing your energy, finding solution in the world of chaos and not sitting on your hands, putting your head in the sand like a freaking ostrich. Like, you know, the cynics and the critics never win. I have never met a wealthy cynic, honestly. I have never met somebody who complains all the time, who's living the life of their dreams. I always look at them, I'm like, well, your life kind of sucks. I look at the people to model after, and I've always encouraged this for years, you know, whether or not this is influencers or people on social media or it's your pastor, I have tremendous respect for my pastors because I look at them and I go, these are great godly men. They're people that I actually want to be more like, and they're living a good life. So it's not necessarily about money, and I want you to understand that. And I also want you to understand that there is a window now. Like, guys, this is insane. This has never, ever freaking happened. Like, do you realize that if you actually accept the energy that's about to come into your life, that you actually accept what is about to happen next, this will be your best year in 2023. You will never see this again, ever. You're never going to be able to get an opportunity like this ever in the history of the world. Now, I also want to talk about, for a lot of you, this is like a common thing that I see. People will tell me, well, Christopher, you know, learning about Bitcoin and crypto is so hard. Blockchain technology is difficult. I have to be so advanced. I don't understand it. All these exchanges are complicated. I've got to put it in a private wallet. I don't understand how to use this stuff or even where to buy the right stuff. And this is the beauty actually of Island Project, by the way, because I've turnkeyed everything. We are professional managers, okay, of the portfolio of real estate with zero debt that then manages and tokenizes the real asset that's actually backed by something physical. I've heard this for years. It's actually how I developed Island Project, knowing this way in advance. Is like people are like, well, Christopher, not until a blockchain technology is backed by something real would I ever consider it. I'm like, okay, cool, bro. We now have hundreds of millions of dollars worth of Island Project real estate with no debt, which backs our future tokenization. So like understanding all of this, understanding like Bitcoin and Ethereum and smart contracts and XR freaking P to the moon and like getting this and like, but then I'm like always thinking 10 years ahead. So it's honestly very humbling. And again, I'm in this space all the time. So I'm learning constantly. You know, I've been investing for years. I mean, hey guys, I'm the idiot that bought Bitcoin under 1,000 and got super rich, right? I'm the idiot that got involved in social media in 2008, 09. How about them apples? How did that work out? I mean, I heard everything in the book. You're an idiot. You're freaking dumb. You know, people were mad at me too. Like, how dare you quit Merrill Lynch in 2008, 09? Like, that just sounds stupid. You're making multiple six figures. You know, you just got hired out of college. I'm like, no, I think this is a better opportunity over here. And I don't know about you guys, like not everyone out there is like me. Like I'm an outside of the box thinker. Like I can't fit into a freaking box. But I think a lot of you feel this way where you've got so much magnetism. You've got so much energy. You're like, dude, I want to let this out. I want to be great. I want to freaking 1000x. I want to live the life of my dreams. I want to have the ability to help the people that I love. I actually want to do big things. And I know so many of you feel that way. I mean, that's like in all of our hearts, right? And this is like a random thought. I was listening to and watching a documentary last night on, I don't follow NASCAR too much, but I kind of want to get into it, Kyle Busch. And I was like watching this documentary on this guy who's like, I think he's got the most wins of all time. Correct me if I'm wrong, like in the NASCAR space. And like just his energy is insane. Like he's one of those 1000x people where he just never gives up. He got in a brutal car crash, like blew out his legs with like compound fractures and then comes back and wins a freaking championship. Like those are the people that inspire me. And that's what you should be like. Don't attempt to be like that, be like it. And these instincts you pick up over time, again, like people always ask Christopher, well, how do you know what the next 1000x investment's gonna be? Okay, not financial advice, obviously. But people are like, Christopher, how did you know so early? Well, basically, I do my research. Okay, I do my extensive research. I study this stuff with a passion. Like, it's not even about the money. I'm just interested in it. I'm like, how are we going to freaking change the world? I'm like, Maui Booyah. Let's just freaking do it. Let's go freaking expand worldwide. Let's decentralize all over the universe. Multi-billion, multi-trillion-dollar asset. And then when people respond, after I've done my due diligence and say things like, Christopher, that's a scam. Or Christopher, that's going to zero. Scam. That's usually, not all the time, but that's usually when I'll call my accountant. I'm like, deploy all my capital. Like, get it all in now. Because these people are idiots, and honestly, and that sounds harsh, but they don't understand the future. So I want you to understand this for a minute because, again, I don't even care if you guys like me. I'm just expressing my honesty and my heart that honestly, I'll say it again, you're an idiot if you don't learn about this stuff. Like, you're missing Google, dude. You're missing freaking Facebook. You're missing Tesla. And now these companies dominate everything and they monopolize everything. And people around the world are like, well, I'm not really sure about that Bitcoin. Dude, Bitcoin is going to go to over 1 million plus. We are going to break records even this year. And a lot of these hosted technologies are going to change the world forever. Everything's going to be blockchainified. Everything's going to be operating on blockchains. Even the elites are telling you this every single day. They're like, yeah, CBDCs are certain. We're resetting the system, they say. We're going to those digital dollars. So like, I'm not even telling you anything that we don't already know. So let's look at facts because I'm a facts-oriented person. It's not about, conjecture or even what I think, even though I give you guys my opinion and you're in charge of making your own financial decisions, of course. But like, what did I say? I'm like, oh, laser eyes are off. Yep, December, this is your moment. Buy Bitcoin. Skyrockets 45% year to date. It's making huge moves. I mean, I was watching every influencer and they're like, yeah, I'm building cash positions right now. Building cash positions while Bitcoin was trading at 15, 16K? Like, are you freaking insane? If you were building any cash position, it should have been at 69K. And by the way, all my students were taking some profits. We hodled the majority of it, okay? But like, we were taking profits at 69K. We're not dumb. We obviously understand what's going on. I'll even hear people say things like, Christopher, like, yeah, it might have been a massive win, but I still think it's a scam. It's like, dude, we already 1,000x'd our money. Like, why do you even care? Even if it was a scam and you 1,000x, who cares? So, I mean, I want to encourage you guys. I'm not trying to be like too harsh, but you will literally miss the opportunity of your life. Like, this is never going to happen again. And I think this is the last. I've said we're in the second inning for a while. Like, I've told you this at school, bitcoinrich.com. I've got tens of thousands of students from all over the world. We crushed, actually, within, this year. I mean, we've broken all kinds of records, but I've always said, like, we're in the second inning. We're not in the second inning anymore. We're in fifth or sixth inning. Like, you're literally not going to have the opportunity again. The first trillionaire in the world will be involved in blockchain. The whole system of government is going to operate on a blockchain. Your whole life and your job will be operating on a blockchain, just like now. Remember how everyone said social media was dumb, and now this is every American. And they're on their phone 24/7. We went from 2008-09, when I went all in social media till I was an idiot, to everyone around me, including dentists and like insurance agents, were all vlogging 24/7. I go everywhere now and everyone's vlogging, doing TikTok dances and stuff. Okay, and I was called an idiot in 2008 and 09 for actually going all in. So again, how do you know something's a good opportunity? What do you look for? Number one, you do your due diligence. Number two, you do your freaking research. Number three, if people don't get it yet, that means you're on to something. So when people wake up to how crazy this is, how insane this is, how you need to be building your digital Noah's Ark, that you need to be building, this is the USS Constitution, by the way. I keep this here because, again, there's no political solution, ladies and gentlemen. How about the Biden speech last night? Do you feel safe? Do you guys feel safe now? Like, they amped him up. I don't know if he was like on something last night, but it was like he was still slurring. Okay, but he could like not really talk. So my point to all of this is don't miss it. And for those of you where it sounds too daunting, why do you think I put together a world-class team? Why do you think I have my father involved? Why do you think I have all of our consultants here in Maui? Why do you think we're doing this for you on your behalf? Like, if you don't want to spend the next 10 or 15 years of your life, which is what I've done through trial, error, huge risk, because I'm a massive diamond nuts risk taker. I go freaking all in the things that I believe in. I'm able to put up with stress and things that, like, honestly, the normal person can't. That's why I'm up every morning. I'm running 10 miles. I'm freaking lifting weights. You know, I get skid up sometimes. Sometimes I get injuries, but I keep fighting back. It's because normal people can't handle that. They want to be coddled and they want to feel safe all the time. And they want to just be like in the nook of their mother's womb or something 24/7. But my point here is if you've been thinking about this and you're realizing, well, I guess I'm wrong about blockchain, just like I was wrong about social media and e-commerce. And I wish I would have invested in that Bitcoin thing. Then why are you waiting around? Get into the #1 blockchain related technology in the world that's backed by real assets. No one's ever done this. A real estate portfolio that's tokenized worldwide, that is self-managed by your world-class team that are the experts that know how to do this stuff better than you can. I mean, I don't try to do everything. I hire all kinds of people everywhere. Independent contractors. I've got many people on salary. They do things that I can't do better than me. That's how I scale myself. And you know, actions speak louder than words. Like people have like, you know, you hear the cynics and the critics. And I don't care about any of that. But like, guys, I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, look where I live and look at my lifestyle. Like, I must be doing something right. And it's not about the money. I show you all this stuff. And by the way, we're closing on the mega retreat this week. I show you all this stuff just so you understand that like everything in life is energy and it doesn't even matter. Like your life is flashing before your eyes. And unless you actually go for it, you're going to live with a lot of regret. Don't be that person that lives with regret. So why am I so energetic today? Well, #1, I got the 1000x energy. #2, I have a major freaking deal closing, which praise God, I give all the glory to Jesus, not myself at all. However, I do commend my world-class team and people like my father, John, that helped me make this stuff happen. But in all of our investors, and congratulations to all of our members and all of you tuning in, all of my subscribers that just tune in for free every single day. We love you. We're doing so much behind the scenes we don't even tell you about. Like, get ready for it. Like, this is insane. It is absolutely mind-boggling how people don't understand this. You know, people always say, I've gotten this for years. I wish I would have understood social media earlier, Christopher. And then you see me, like within the last, 10 years, and I'm going all in Bitcoin. Like, I've gotten a couple major things right in tech, which there's a good chance I'm also right about this, right? But no one ever like sees it when it's in the moment. I mean, I even have personal contacts and friends that honestly got butterfingers within the last 6 months. They're like, yeah, I sold everything. I'm preparing for the end. I'm like, really? Okay, I just bought, multiple 7 figures of more Bitcoin today because you told me that. Because when the going gets tough, honestly, let's just be real. Most people are weak and they quit. I've said this for years too. I've said this for years. If you have actually held a diversified crypto portfolio and you've actually taken my course, not just followed me for free here online, but you've been enrolled like at islandprojectclub.com and you've made your own financial decisions and you have built a portfolio based on the blueprint and strategies and you hold for a minimum. This might blow your mind, but you have to hold sometimes for more than a day. Okay, if you've held for like 2 to 3 years, you've made a lot of money, dude. Like a lot. So when you hear people, I've lost tons of money in crypto or whatever, it's like, what'd you do? Buy the top and then sell immediately? That is not smart at all. And by the way, none of those people that you see have ever enrolled in my courses and have ever honestly implemented a game plan without quitting after like a couple months. So don't expect to get ahead unless you're willing to put in the freaking work. You're not going to become a Navy SEAL, bro, sitting on your ass. Okay, you're not gonna get the girl, never asking her out. You're not going to make your first $1 million this year doing nothing. You actually have to act when the media is telling you not to. What was the mainstream media doing? Earlier on last year, they're like, new Dogecoin millionaires. Everybody's getting rich. Elon Musk was telling you he's all in the Dogecoin. Well, yeah, that was the time to be building some capital positions and preparing for a rainy day, which we've already gotten. So the collapse of FTX, the collapse of SBF and all that stuff, that was all indicators for all of you to get in. So here's my point. Don't overcomplicate this stuff to yourself. If you want a turnkey solution, you want some diversification. I mean, what if you're wrong? What if you miss Google stock again, guys? Are you going to just be slapping your face around, 2 years from now? Like, yep, missed it again. Missed the new internet. Instead of doing that, diversify, get in and change the freaking world, because it's more about than just money. Of course, I'm making everybody, not financial advice, but my members rich, because that's my goal. I'm providing tools and building a new solution and a new framework for a parallel economy in a multi-$100 million portfolio that will be $1 billion portfolio backed once we tokenize with all of our real assets. So again, the proof is in the pudding. I'm very excited to share with you guys all of our recent developments, everything we're doing in Maui Booyah. Again, I'm closing on a massive deal this week. And I'll be sharing that. And congratulations to all of my members, my investors, all of you that support us, support freedom and liberty, and don't just say things like, well, there's just nothing we can do about it. We're just going to allow Joe Biden just do whatever he tells us, hope it doesn't get worse. And put your hands in your pocket. That ain't a real man, dude. The patriots that founded this country had balls. Okay, the men and women that built this country, that had the small towns, that cared about each other, that followed God, most importantly, that really believed in themselves and believed on creating new stuff that could actually solve problems. That's where the solution is. So I'm encouraging you all today with this 1000x energy, but change your freaking mindset. Many of you are going to become millionaires this year. You don't even know it yet. And I'm super excited for you. Island Project, my opinion, not financial advice, #1 investment in the world. That's why I'm all in. That's why I've deployed all my capital there. People are like, Christopher, where's the next 1000x gains coming from? I'm like, have you been paying attention, dude? Do you know how many millions of dollars I've personally invested into this? I ain't dumb, dude. Even with my own self-interest, I'm like, yeah, this is what we're doing. You're going to have to build decentralized inroads and give yourself options in a borderless world. This is what the billionaires are doing. That's what Thiel's doing down the street. That's what Jeff Bezos is doing down the street. That's what the other blockchain millionaire, he's a billionaire actually, he owns one of the largest estates here on Maui. A lot of people don't, know his name, so I'm not going to say it because those other people are public figures, and I'm not going to say somebody who's a private individual. But what do you think these people have been doing, dude? Multiple passports, internationalizing, buying all the real assets, and basically getting out of the dollar, getting out of the banks, preparing for collapse, preparing for the CBDCs and everything that they know is going to come next. The politics, dude, is a distraction if you haven't figured it out. It ain't real, dude. It's an illusion. It don't matter whether or not you're going Republican or Democrat. Nothing changes. Have you figured it out yet? Especially now. It wasn't always this bad. It's not like our system was always this corrupt. I mean, this is why, George Washington stepped down and he was like, no, I'm not going to be a king. It had integrity. There was something real there. Even those of you who asked me, Christopher, why don't you run for politics? Why would I run in a corrupt system? There's no way that I would ever want to participate in something that was unholy, corrupt, and evil when I know it's already broken. So I can hang around at the WWE State of the Union yesterday and watch Taylor Greene call Biden a liar? That doesn't even do anything, dude, outside of just create more entertainment. I'm more focused on giving you guys a better life and an actual future that you care about. For those of you that are older out there, you're in the retirement years, you've got retirement accounts. Click the links below and call us. Call my father. Call my team. We've got a great preferred trust partner that can help you with rollovers into, with IRAs and other retirement-based accounts. Go seek counsel. I'm not a tax attorney. I'm not a financial advisor. We've got great people in place, though. You can make those decisions on your own. Don't wait around. What are people waiting for? When I come on camera, hey guys, Bitcoin's at 150,000 today. We're up 10 billion today. How about them out? I mean, I feel like some of you are waiting for that. We've got great options too, no matter where you are. The club is a great stepping stone. If you have questions and you're just wondering like, hey, Christopher, I need to know more about Island Project, or how do I secure a reservation today so I can get in before everybody else? That's what the club is for, islandprojectclub.com. You book a private consult with me, 30 minutes, a little windy out today, hopefully it's not too bad, and we can do a Zoom or a personal phone call, and that will move you up the line. I have thousands of people in Portal right now. Not everybody's getting in. People are like, well, Christopher, why are you always telling me about Island Project? Because have you figured out any other solution to build a better life? Have you figured, like, tell me, what's the next major trend, guys? Blockchain, CBDCs, a borderless world, a political system that doesn't work, a hyperinflationary collapse, political corruption, all the three-letter agencies, there's good people in there, but there's also a lot of bad people in there. So what are you doing? Sitting around, eating Doritos, turning on the latest entertainment network? That does freaking nothing. I mean, look at the Super Bowl coming up. Millions of Americans are going to tune in to watch guys kneel to the flag and disrespect the flag this weekend. And they'll just be like, yay, that was awesome. We love how you just kneeled and desecrated our independence. That's wonderful. And people still tune in and they support it. You're the problem. People have to take personal responsibility for their life sucking. You have to take personal responsibility for the country sucking. If it sucks, it's the American people's fault. You're not intuitive enough. You haven't created anything new. You're not building new solutions. You're not 1000xing yourself. You're not creating cash flows. You're not creating opportunities. You're not creating a new technology. You don't even believe in yourself. And that's the whole point of this control system matrix that they have implemented through all these institutions, education, government, etc. I mean, I even had a young kid say to me, okay, the other day, he was like, hey, Christopher, you're one of my mentors. And he was like, why does the government tax poor people? Doesn't that make poor people poor? And I'm looking at the kid, I'm like, man, you're smart. I like you. And I'm going to continue to mentor him. But I'm like, you're a smart kid. Yeah, you're absolutely right. How come the billionaires don't pay any taxes? I'm like, well, they're the government. The billionaires are the government. They're the ones that own the lobbyists and the politicians that impose all these policies and then get all the contracts from the government. So like, again, be of higher level intelligence and understand this. I'll give you guys more cynicism today. When the lockdowns hit, everyone was like, there's gonna be tremendous opportunity to buy the dip. Did anything dip? No, soared. All the rich got richer. The insiders sold their stock prior to the lockdowns, no repercussions. Goldman sucks. JP Morgan Chase and everyone got trillions of dollars richer. And everything pumped. Real estate pumped, stocks pumped, everything pumped, crypto pumped. That proved to be the opportunity. You had a 2-day period to buy Bitcoin under 3,500, and I told all of you to buy it. I remember because I was out here in Maui with my boy Donut. I'm like, buy the dip, baby. Buy the freaking dip. And I'm telling you, we're not even in a dip anymore. We are in the new secular bull market that's going to blow your freaking mind. First world's trillionaire created from blockchain. All currencies of governments moving to CBDCs. Bitcoin's going to trade well above 1 million. ETH is about to break out. Super bullish ETH, by the way. I've got a target on that. And I've reviewed that at the club. Something you should talk to me about, especially if you book an appointment. Also, you get my other 1000x picks and all my content and a whole heck of a lot more. Like, look, people constantly tell me, they're like, Christopher, are you giving me a sales pitch? No, honestly. I'm trying to help you, dude. I don't even expect all of you to join us. And I'm not even intending that. I know that only few people out there that are smart enough and intelligent enough to see the future along with myself, to go out and build something, are going to be the real winners and the real ballers and the real successful players, you men and women out there that, by the way, we have tremendous resounding support from all over the world. We are shattering records, unbelievable freaking records. So watch and learn a little bit too. That is not, being arrogant. That is just confidence because I know God's got our back. And again, I give all the glory to Jesus Christ. But again, in an environment like this, you've got to build your digital Noah's Ark. You've got to actually believe in yourself. Financial, economic, spiritual ark. And for those of you that think things are really bad and you're depressed, have joy. It means the king is coming back soon. Hallelujah. But here's the deal. We'll all be judged. I'm going to be judged. He's going to judge me by the things that I did on this earth, the people that I warned as a watchman, the things that I did. He's going to look at me and say, Christopher, what did you do with all that wealth I gave you, bro? I gave you a lot. I gave you a lot of things, man. What did you do? So I already know that. And that's why I'm all in deploying all of my resources and talent into the number one asset class in the world. And that is Island Project, and no one else in the world is doing it. We literally don't even have any competition. None. Zero. But watch what happens in the next few years. Watch how everything will be tokenized. All the real estate classes will be fractional and tokenized. All of it. Bezos, all the billionaires, they're making moves now. I'm aware of it. It's why I'm the first mover, and I was the first to move in the space because I already know. Just like I knew in social media. I believe it's been given to me from the Holy Spirit. It lets me know what's going to happen next so I can let you know. I got a dude, man. I can't show you the screenshot for privacy reasons. He's up like $20 million, dude, just over the last year in his crypto portfolio. This is a young guy. These are real people. They're at school and they're like, I remember in the early days, Bitcoin Rich was only 200. It's 1,500 to get into the club now. People are like, what do I get for 200? And I look at people's portfolios today and I'm looking at 20 million in their bank account. And I'm like, let me be frank. Damn. I'm like, damn, 200 bucks and you made $20 million? Like it blows my freaking mind. And that is just literally like touching the surface of the true potential. So anyways, I love you guys. Huge, huge gains coming. You're not going to get another opportunity like this. The way to get involved, islandproject.com. You can go to our website, click the membership tab. There's a 5-minute application. You get in there, you fill it out, and you can fund right through Portal. It's that easy. And in my description, you can contact us at our only number, which is in my official description, and ask to speak with me personally or my father. If you're not speaking with us, you ain't speaking to the right person. It's as easy as American apple pie. I'm sure some of you saw that movie. And for those of you, you should all be getting into the private consultancy as well. This will help reserve your spot if you want to get in, DCA, just ask me questions, 1000x picks, get all my content. That's islandprojectclub.com. It's so easy. It's $1,500 minimum. If you want more time, you can change your gauge and do whatever you like to go and get in. Anyways, I love you. I mean, I say all this from the bottom of my heart, guys. I don't promise anything. I'm not a financial advisor. Not all of you are going to become multimillionaires, but those of you that believe in yourself will. And that's honestly the truth. That has always been the truth. Never met a cynic, never met somebody who's always complaining that's living the life of their dreams, ever. They never get the girl. They never make the money. They never have the spiritual enlightenment. They're not happy with themselves. They don't like themselves. And in a very hideous, chaotic, dangerous world with all the threats constantly around us, I'm just telling you guys, it's more than just money. You guys are like, well, Christopher, what are you doing with your wealth? I don't know, changing the freaking world? I could go sit on a freaking yacht right now and just sip Mai Tais 24/7. But do you see me doing that? No. I could be buying the world's largest diamond right now, like someone else we know. And by the way, I like him. Okay, so that's not even a hit on him. He's an awesome dude. It's kind of like marketing, so I understand it. But it's like, you're either a part of the change to better yourself and go live the life of your dreams, or you're not. And it's your fault. So I come from you from a hard place today. You are responsible for the quality of your life. You are responsible for your own success. You are responsible for your mindset and the work that you put in. And the secret to success, I'll tell you guys, I'll give you the biggest secret in the world. When everyone else has given up around you and going, it's over, I fail. Oh, it looks like a storm out, time to quit. You know, they get an injury, their leg gets blown off, like my brother Cody. I'm gonna give up now. Did my brother give up? No. Should you? No. All the people you respect, all the people that have changed the world, never give up. They're freaking relentless. They might not even be liked like Kyle Busch. Not a lot of people like him in NASCAR, but he is relentless. And you have to respect success. Learn and model after people that you want to become. Don't model yourself after people that can't prove who they actually are and what they do. If they're not in the best physical shape of their life, don't follow their fitness advice. If they don't make a lot of money and have a lot of money, don't listen to a word they freaking say. How many parents will tell their kids money advice and they're broke? It's like, dude, why would we listen to you? You don't have any money. You don't know what you're freaking talking about. Listen to the best people that are in marketing. That's how you learn how to market. Learn from the best people in sales. That's how you become a good salesperson. You want to have peace and salvation in your life? I'll tell you who to listen to. Go straight to the book and go straight to the Bible and give your life to Jesus Christ right now. That's the most important work that I'm doing, by the way, hopefully, even though I'm an imperfect vessel. And stop hating. When you hating, you actually really hating yourself. You're really hating yourself. You're really beating yourself up. Lift yourself up. Be freaking great. Be 1,000 freaking X. Have the freaking 1,000 X energy. Become a multimillionaire this year. Go freaking big. Change the freaking world. 1776. Hard hitting. And in your freaking face. I'm Christopher Greene, your general. 1,000 freaking X, baby. Islandproject.com. Islandproject.com. Living the freaking dream. Because anything is possible. And not everyone's going to live it. But if I have it my way, it's going to be you tuning in. Links below. Get in and stop hesitating. God bless. Jesus Christ is Lord.